It seems that Transdigm sold a part.
It's odd for me to begin a video praising AOC, but she makes a good point here.
It costs about $32 to make the part. And Transdigm charged us $1,400.
The defense contractor had marked up the price by more than 4,000%.
So my question to you is, why should we give you another dime?
Here's the company's CEO.
It seems to me the government always has the choice of what to buy and what not to buy from us.
True. The problem is that government rarely cares about cost. I asked Cato defense analyst Eric Gomez. No one at the Pentagon says, wait a second, this is just too much.
This is a lot of money to you or to me, but to an organization with a budget of $750 billion a year, this is nothing. I don't think there's much incentive on the Hill to hold these people accountable, which is why I'm thankful that AOC did do that.
At least Transdigm did repay $16 million it had grabbed from taxpayers. Even bigger waste happens when the military buys exotic new weapons like this F-35 fighter. It, like many planes and ships, is billions over budget. We keep hearing these horrible stories, and you think it's going to be fixed, but it never is.
I think a lot of members of Congress don't want it fixed.
Because they want the pork. Defense contractors cleverly produce things in many different states. Lockheed Martin boasts that the F-35 parts are made in 48 states.
You're a member of Congress and they're spending that money in your district to employ people in your district, then you don't want to get that taken away from you.
Once we go to war, there are even fewer checks on spending. In Afghanistan, America built
the world's most expensive gas station, 43 million U.S. taxpayer dollars.
It dispenses natural gas, even though few cars use natural gas.
It costs $700 to switch over a car to natural gas, more than the average Afghan makes in a year.
When investigators asked questions, the Defense Department said everyone who worked on the project was gone and therefore unable to answer.
Welcome to the war that was Afghanistan.
In Afghanistan, at least, our government did try to limit our involvement, saying Americans will not fight this war forever. So we're going to train and equip the Afghan people so they can defend themselves. But that created a new form of waste.
Planes have been sitting quite literally in the weeds.
We donated these planes. Only later did officials realize
the Afghan Air Force could not fly those planes.
So these transport planes were simply destroyed. Why did the Defense Department assume the Afghan Air Force could fly them? Cultures are different. Here an American tries to lead Afghan soldiers in jumping jacks.
You're dealing with a population that most of them aren't literate.
Many still can't read, despite our spending $200 million teaching them. Now America has withdrawn. The Taliban wear American uniforms and drive American trucks.
Courtesy of Uncle Sam, American-supplied armor.
Of course, if we lose a war, we'll lose equipment. The only real way to reduce losses is not just to stop wasteful spending, but to make decisions about which things are worth fighting for. We can't do everything.
I think the problem becomes we have any clear sense of where things are going to go, what our objective is.
We have an objective: make the world safe for democracy.
In Afghanistan, we had objectives of making it safe for democracy too. We had objectives of turning Iraq from Saddam Hussein into a democratic and rich society. And I don't think the record has been very good when we have goals like that.
We could not afford to police the whole world. We already spend more on defense than the next 10 countries combined. We spend so much we can't even keep track of it. Every year, the Pentagon fails audits. Now it says it might pass one in 2027. How do they get away with that? People in private companies can't fail audits like that.
No one wants to admit that they royally have messed up.
No one in government ever admits that they've wasted our money because they always want to spend more. So spending grows. Few politicians will say no to anything. We post soldiers all over the world. More than 50,000 are still in Japan, tens of thousands in Germany and South Korea. Is it our job to protect South Korea from North Korea? To protect Taiwan from China? Ukraine from Russia, Israel from Iran. Now the military wants to spend more on climate change.
No nation can find lasting security without addressing the climate crisis.
The existential threat to America is climate change. This is nuts. We can't do everything. Government has to make some choices. If America is to have a future where we are both safe and prosperous, the military should focus on its core mission, defending America itself. Please share and like this video. That actually helps us and helps us make more. And if you want to directly help us make more, click that button.